I'm good.
Okay. Welcome to Disgruntled, the podcast where we process the minor inconveniences that feel like personal attacks.
Traffic, conference calls, group text, no one's safe.
We're not here to fix anything. We're here to vent, to spiral, and to laugh instead of scream.
Basically, it's therapy, but with less crying and more yelling into the void.
And just so we don't get fired, the views expressed in the podcast are ours and ours alone. They do not reflect the opinions of our employers, past, present, or future.
Or yours, or anyone's really.
We're not really professionals. We're just professionally done with everything.
Call us today, cry for help, but make it funny at 479-222-1251.
Or you can find us at disgruntlednetwork.org and submit your unfortunate ramblings via form.
And visit the link in the bio for more details.
Anyway, so we're your host of Disgruntled. I'm Bailey Bolin.
I'm Gillian Johnson.
And let's get into the episode. I feel like most of our episodes start with me fixing my hair.
That's only
And it's
I did
always
mine.
this piece right here. Always.
Because I do mine a couple of seconds before I even log in, and then I just go, screw it, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get.
Might as well. And I've released the flab of my arms because it's so hot in the office. I just don't even care anymore. Yeah, my arms are chunky, and we're here to stay. So you're gonna have to look at them.
Miserable. It's miserable. It's hot. It's ridiculous. I absolutely hate it. People in my office are walking around like, oh, I'm freezing. I'm so cold. I have a friend who she came over and she goes, hey, can I have your cardigan? Because I have a cardigan on the back of my chair. And I said, are you making fun of me? Because like I'm dripping sweat. Like I was so hot. And like I have a fan, obviously. But it was so hot. And she's like, no, I'm not. And I said, okay, grab it, And so she used it or whatever. But yeah, it's entirely too hot. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's ridiculous. You can't do anything. You can't go outside without your ass sweating. And then you get swampy. And like, it's terrible, dude. I hate it. Hate it.
I want a moment for this shirt that you're wearing, though, because it is gorgeous. I just have to say that.
Thank you. It's the closest I'm gonna get to Hawaii. So
I feel that. Me too.
that's how it goes. But yeah. How has your week been? Well, it hasn't been that long, actually.
But it's also a loaded question. I hate to put a downer on things, but
oh no. Oh God.
I know. Starting off, just right off the bat.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna get a nickname. I think it's gonna be like Sappy Jill or something.
Okay.
Well, this particular weekend has been rough. Just because it was the first
Father's Day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that hit me a lot harder than I was expecting. So
yeah.
But it's I'm working through it. I'm gonna get to a better place eventually. It was just really tough. I just kind of I broke down to Liam at one point because we had a 3-day weekend because of Juneteenth at the office, and so we were off for Friday. So I loved having 3 consecutive days off. That felt like a prize in its own in its own reward. But I decided to go down to my dad's house on Friday to stop putting off what I'd been putting off, and I just kind of came home and sobbed to Liam. But I didn't want my dad's stuff. I just wanted my dad. So it was it was I think it was cathartic though, in a way. Like I felt lighter a little bit afterwards,
Well, and it's not I don't want you to like bypass those feelings because they need to be felt. And if you do bypass them, they're going to keep coming back until you do give them an opportunity to be felt. So as much as it hurts and it sucks, it's still necessary, and it's a part of like the process of like healing and grieving. I also think that like healing and grieving, in whatever sense of the word you're using it, it is not a linear process. It's something that comes and it goes. I love how there's a lot of people, some person, I don't know who did it originally, but a lot of people call grief glitter, because no matter how much you clean and how much you work on it and try to like get it to go away and stuff, there's always going to be one piece around somewhere.
Yeah.
So just remember that. It will never stop hurting, and like that hole will always be there, but you will learn how to cope and deal with it. And that doesn't mean that like you're moving on from like their memory, or like you're moving on from them or leaving them behind or trying to erase what has happened. It's just that you have made peace with it rather than running from it, you know?
Yeah, and that's kind of what I had been doing because I hadn't been back to my dad's house since like immediately after. So I think that was a part, like that I had locked away and not wanted to open yet. And so I think it brought that release of emotions that I needed that were down deep that, I finally got to release that part. So that was really good. It was really
Well,
healing in a
and
way.
going back there, and I'll be very surface level, but going back there brings new challenges as well. New things to have to deal with, new things to have to process and think about. And unfortunately, you're the one that has to do that. Um, but it doesn't change who he was, or like anything like that. So I want you to know that no matter what, if you need me, you know where I'll be.
Yes, I do. One right there. I know it. And I love you for it, Bailey. Thank you.
Good, good. But other than that, was it?
It was good. I went and saw the new Toy Story and cried 5 times.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that.
10 out of 10. Highly recommend. They did it. They did it. 5 was even better than 4. It was so good. It was
Really?
very, very good. I don't want everybody to not go watch it because I've cried 5 times. Y'all have just heard the emotional state I've been in this past weekend. I think anything would have
Right.
made me cry. So I think
But I
I
also
don't.
think like crying is such a good, like it's such a good thing. Like it's a
Yeah,
cathartic release. I absolutely love.
correct.
Give me 30 minutes and a good cry, and I'll come back a new person. Sometimes I just have
Amen.
to cry it out.
And Toy Story did that for me. Now, was I in a packed theater, no empty seats? Was I the only one that came in without children? Yes. Yes, I was. Was I a full-grown
And
adult going to see Toy Story 5 without children? Yes, I was. And I am so grateful I was, though, at some point. Well, mainly because I don't have children to take care of and tell to shush in the middle of the movie. But it was such a cool experience to be in there with them and them laugh at the parts that were fun. Like their
yeah.
reactions just kind of made it that much more. It was so wonderful just to hear like the
Well,
very,
and like,
cute parts of the movie, them just, laughing and having a wonderful time. It made it a good experience.
and it
Now
makes
was
you
I
see it from like a kid's point of view, you know?
Yes, and it
Yeah.
made me just light up. Was I also bawling in a room full of children? Yes. So it is what it is, but I could not recommend y'all go see Toy Story 5. We're not sponsored, but go do it because it was such a great movie.
Um, I was working on something this morning, what I told you about before we got on.
Mhm.
And there was a point that I cried over like what I was
Aw.
working on. And that was
Yeah.
a very interesting thing. Because it's very personal and very close to me. You know what I mean? So it was really
Mhm.
interesting that like I cried at that particular part because it wasn't something that directly like happened to me or anything, but it was, it was heavy. It was emotionally heavy. So
Yeah.
I love a good cry. Let it out. Let it out.
Mhm.
There's no reason to keep it pent up inside
Nope, 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 nope.
at all.
Um, I also watched 8 full episodes of a new TV show that Allie put me on,
Okay.
and, it was so good. It was so good, and I can recommend watching it. Now, it is adult rated, so, don't
I
take your
love
kids to
adults.
watch this one. I would not recommend, for children underage, but it is a wonderful show. It was off campus. It was really good.
Off
Allie got me to
campus.
watch it. Uh-huh. I'm gonna
Okay.
we're gonna receive a lot of letters for that statement just there, just now. But who doesn't love a good hockey romance, you know?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Need to put that on the list. Real quick. We've been watching American Dad, and I know it's so stupid, but like,
You got Jimmy to watch American Dad? What kind
sure
of witch
did.
are you? Who did you consult on Etsy
A
to get that to
powerful
happen?
one.
Yeah,
Me and Gloria, we've been working overtime.
that sounds like it.
No, but I finally got him to like watch it because like I would be laughing and like cracking up and be like, "What are you watching?" And I'd be like, "American Dad," and he goes, "Well, why?" And I'd like rewind it and show him the scene. And most of the time is Roger, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But oh my God, it's so funny. It's so stupid, but it's so funny. So we've been watching that. We've been watching
Aw.
that. And obviously our go-to Antiques Roadshow.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Can't can't lose that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
How's your
Yeah.
week been, Bailey? What you been? How was the trip? Are we talking about that on camera or off camera?
We'll talk about it on camera.
Okay. Okay.
Had a great time. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed, and I'm thankful to my grandma, and I know she's watching this because she told me she was going to, especially this one because it's right after the trip. So wanted to say thank you for making that happen. That was a good chance for us all to get together. It's been a while since we have had the opportunity to be in the same house for multiple days at a time. Um, well, okay. So I was off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, obviously. We went to Eureka Springs on Thursday. So we left the house at like 7. Okay. Couldn't check into the condo in Branson until 2, 3, 2, I think 2.
Mhm.
And we went to the condo, or we went to Eureka Springs. We had like brunch downtown Eureka Springs, and we went to a few antique stores. That was fun, obviously, because we're literally old people. And a quick anecdote before we go any further. I saw this a little bit earlier. There is nothing that describes Jimmy and I's relationship better than Bert and Ernie. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm laughing so
Tell
hard.
me I'm wrong.
You are not
Oh
wrong.
my God. It was spot on. And I was like, holy
Oh.
shit. Anyway, so we're old men at heart. The dogs went to be boarded. They had a good little time away, which they love their boarders. And we went to Eureka Springs. It is so hilly in Eureka Springs. It's very pretty, beautiful. Love the place. Absolutely love it. It is very much dead. during the week, might I add. And at one point, there's this staircase that has probably like 50 plus stairs on it going straight up. And Jimmy's like, well, we need to go up there. And I'm like,
Huh? Who?
we need to go get the car.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, come on, we can do it. And I was like, oh my God. And so by like halfway, I was like fighting for my life. By a third of the way, somebody was coming down. So I was like, I can't have them seeing me gasp for air. So I just stopped breathing and I made it to the top and I, started breathing again. It was a lot. But it was fun. After that, we went over to Branson to the condo. Once again, little Jimmy G tried to be Lewis and Clark and navigate without his navigation. And you know how well that went.
Yeah, I've been there, been through that.
And he was looking, he was like, that literally just said we were 20 minutes away. And now we're 25 minutes away. And I said, yeah, because you keep ignoring what they're telling you to do. You do the exact opposite. What do you expect? And he goes, well, it wasn't talking to me. And I said, you turned it off. Like you
Yeah,
muted
that's a
it because you didn't want to hear it. And so turned it back on, whatever. We got there and it was my mom, my stepdad, my grandma, her husband, my aunt and uncle, and my nephew Clark.
Aw. Yeah, what a good group you got there. Big old group in one house.
I walked in and I said, where's my room? But it was a nice house. It was really, really big. It had a pool.
Oh.
I mean, the house itself didn't have a pool, but like the neighborhood had a pool. And then it was literally right next to Silver Dollar City. And for those of you who have never been to Branson, Missouri, you should go.
That felt loaded. I was waiting.
Branson is like a mini Vegas, but more of like a family style Vegas, if that makes any kind of sense. So like it has shows, comedy shows, like music shows, like all those kinds of stuff. And it has Silver Dollar City, which is an amusement park. It's smaller than Six Flags. But it's a really cute little amusement park.
It doesn't feel like it when you're walking those hills.
Did we go to any of that?
Mm-mm.
Nope. When we got there Thursday, we were like, okay, we all got settled, sat there around for a little bit, talked to each other. And we're like, okay, we're ready for dinner. Like, let's find something. We decided to go to a pizza buffet, which wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good. It reminded me of like Papa's Pizza.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. It was expensive, but it was good. And then we all went back to the condo. My mom and stepdad, they went to Walmart to get like stuff for breakfast, right? And like drinks, snacks, that kind of stuff. And they got back. We were all just hanging out. I was playing Rummy.
Oh.
Because turns out I'm a card shark, and Grandma, you're watching this, and I did beat you multiple times. So,
the fighting words right there.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll get a text that says we need to have a Rummy championship. But did that. That was fun. And then I was like, when's Kaylee gonna get here? My sister. And she's like, oh, she's coming down tomorrow night. And I said, huh? I said, I didn't quite know this was optional. I said, you told us to be here Thursday at 2, and we were here Thursday at 2. I didn't know that we could come on our own time. And she's like, well, she had to work. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so that was that night. And then Friday, we got up. Well, Jimmy got up really early. He's like, I'm going to go to some estate sales in Springfield. So he spent half the day in Springfield. while I stayed at the condo. And my mom and my stepdad were going to cook breakfast. They forgot oil.
Oh.
Yeah, so had to go back to the grocery store, which is 20 minutes away, and get that. We did not have breakfast until about 11.
Oh.
And then we went to the pool for a few hours. That was fine. I looked like a freaking beluga, but it was a great time. A lot of people, they had a slide. They had a water slide. It was really cool.
I bet Clark loved that.
He didn't even do it. He didn't even go down it.
Oh.
Yeah. And then trying to think of what we did that night. That night we made chili dogs. And then we didn't do any, like, we just stayed around the house, which is fine by me. Like, I don't mind just chilling out, but there's one person who will not sit still.
Ernie.
And Ernie. Is it Bert or is it Ernie? I feel like I'm Ernie.
Oh, yeah. No. You're 100% right. I got names wrong there. It's been a while. But
I think I'm Ernie and he's Bert. But like, yeah, he can't sit still, which I know that. Everybody else knows that. I don't care. And so he went to some antique stores that night and, you know, he just went pilfering around, going for a drive or whatever. And then it was like 7:00 and I was like, when's Kaylee going to be here? And she's like, I don't know, you know, let's call her. Called her. And she goes, I'm just not getting off work. I'm on my way. Okay. So mom called her around 8 and was like, hey, where have you made it to? You know, because she said she was leaving right then. She was leaving now, which everybody knows that's a lie, right?
Yep.
So she's like, I'm on my way. You know, and mom's like, no, where are you? Where are you? And she goes, well, I'm at Huntsville Walmart getting some snacks.
No. Oh my
Yeah, she was
gosh.
still like 2 hours away at that point. She didn't get to the house until probably like 10:30 or 11.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And everybody's like, all right, I'm going to bed. You know, because like we're tired. Like I'm ready to go to bed. And so we went to bed. And then Saturday, we were coming home anyway because we needed to be home Sunday so we could go to his dad's for Father's Day. And we got up around like 8:30 or 9. They cooked breakfast and we ate. And then they're like, well, let's go to the outlet malls. Okay. One thing about me and Jimmy, we don't shop. We don't shop. We go to antique stores, and that's the amount of shopping we do. We buy things that can't be bought in mass production.
Correct.
So they're like, well, we want to go shop, you know, and like Kaylee wasn't up yet and all those things. At this point, it's like 11:30, 12. I can't stand that. I can't stand someone like sleeping in. I mean, maybe not sleeping in, but I don't like it drives me nuts because like I wanted to see her before we left, you know, like I wanted to go to the pool. Like that's what I wanted to do on Saturday. Didn't. They left to go to the outlet mall and I was like, all right, we'll see you next time. We're going to go home because we're not going to just sit around here, you know.
Yep.
But overall, it was a fun trip. I enjoyed the time. I'm thankful for it. I did enjoy it. But yeah, we didn't really do much, which is not bad. It was nice to actually have a break. I didn't even take my computer.
I'm so proud of you right now. That was great.
Which is saying something because on Friday morning when that episode published at 7 a.m., I was like, thank God, because I couldn't do anything about it. So didn't take my computer. I had a break from my laptop, which is great. And I needed it. But yeah, came back in full force this morning. It was raining really bad. And so I texted my boss and I was like, hey, I'll see you around 9:00. Because I'm not driving in the dark, 1, and 2, pouring rain. Like, I'm not going to do that. I'll see you at 9. And so I woke up at my normal time, which is 4:30, took a shower, got dressed, and I came in here and I worked and did some things in here and was very productive. Very, very productive. So
I love
no
that.
complaints there. That's it. I really don't have any complaints. I mean, no complaint. I mean,
I got enough for both of us,
did Jimmy buy too much? Yeah. Does it happen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I picking my unibrow? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure am. I do want to say one thing because this is the type of text that I get from my husband. Where is it at? Okay. Not that one. Can't read that one live.
Ooh, I'm just joking. I know you were going to make that face, and I did that for that exact reason.
Okay. Okay, so this was Friday when he went to the estate sale. I was at the condo or whatever, and he texted me and said, I got 2 long-haired goat rugs for $45.
I don't know if I would have picked
And he
that
said,
out of a whole house full of stuff to bring home with me.
it was an 8,000 square foot house, might I add.
Oh my God.
He said the rugs were $85 each, and I offered $40, and we settled for $45. And I said, wow. That's it. And let me tell you, they're ugly. Ugly as sin.
I mean, I don't know what I'm picturing something very vivid when you say long-haired goat rug. I have an image in my head, and I don't know how that could be.
I think whatever you're imagining, it's worse.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And like my thing is, we can't put it down. Like, we can't put him down on the floor because, like, Augie and Judd are they're going to do 2 things. Okay, either they're going to hump it,
Yep,
or they're going to pee on it.
Yep.
Which Augie and Judd have never peed in the house.
Hey, you better knock on some wood right there, bub.
They've never peed in the house, but there's always a first. So.
And it'd be that long-haired goatskin rug.
Right. And yesterday when we went to Quentin, we were trying to decide, because Judd gets car sick, so we can't take him on trips. And we always feel bad because we have to leave so fast when we get there because, like, the dogs are at the house. They need to be let out and all that kind of stuff. So we decided to leave Augie and Judd at the house, and we took Little on an adventure by herself.
Oh, I love that for her.
She had a girls and dad day, or a girl and dad's day, and she thoroughly enjoyed it, I think.
Aww,
so
I love that for her.
Yeah. We did go to a antique store in Branson that had a massive standard poodle, and her name was Lily. And she was adorable. She would greet every single person that came in, and like she'd bring them a toy and like want them to play with her and stuff. She was amazing. And so in my head, I was like, "All right, Little, you're about to go to work." Because the thing is, I will be back mainly for Lily, So
exactly.
But that was my weekend. Nothing spectacular. Let's take a little break, hear a word from our sponsors, and then we will move on.
Oh, it'd be great right now? A sponsor.
You know what's even better than rage? Revenue.
If you're listening and you've got a product, email us or send us cash. We're open.
And you promised I wouldn't have to do it this time, but you're doing it anyway. You.
Oh, I'm keeping that in. Okay, we're back. I've just ranted for like 15 minutes. Y'all, listen. There are some things that I cannot say recorded.
Correct.
I know this. Jill is very aware of this. And so this is our weekly opportunity to tell each other what has happened in the background that we can't publicly scream.
Yeah.
Yet. Anyway. I'm going to go first this week.
Yeah. I'm here for
And
it.
there's a reason why.
Okay.
Pause. Okay. I'm going to go first this week because this is a follow-up from one of the ones that I read last week. This is Marcus from
Yay.
Savannah, Georgia. My Savannah banana.
Mm-hmm.
So Marcus says, "Hey, Bailey and Jill, I'm totally fangirling right now. I didn't even think that you would see my rant, much less actually use it. We're always looking, bud."
Mm-hmm.
He goes on to say, "I wanted to give y'all an update since you read my rant last week. First off, thank you for the advice. I finally sat down with my boyfriend and had the conversation we've apparently been avoiding for months." Let's move that there. The good news is that he apologized. The bad news is that he genuinely had no idea what he was doing. He said he thought the jokes were okay because I laughed at them, which led to uncomfortable realization that I laugh when I'm uncomfortable. Since then, he's been trying really hard to stop, and honestly, he's done a pretty good job. But now I'm noticing something else. Every time we're out with friends and he starts telling a story about me, I immediately brace for impact. Even if he doesn't make a joke, I'm already waiting for one. So my question is this: if someone hurts your feelings over and over, even unintentionally, how do you stop expecting it? He fixed the behavior, but my brain hasn't gotten the memo yet.
Oh, Marcus.
Marcus, first of all, shout out to you. Kudos to you for actually having a hard conversation, because that's a hard conversation to have and you did it. So shout out to you, because it's not an easy thing to do. Now, with the whole bracing for impact thing, I think that is a natural trauma response,
Yeah, it is.
because what happens when you bite your cheek, right? You're eating something and you bite your cheek. Hurts. You don't want to do it again, right? So you immediately start like chewing on the other side or trying not to chew your cheek, you know? And then ultimately it might happen again, and then it hurts again. And then you try again to not do it again. And then the cycle repeats. And so I think that that's a part of a trauma response. He has hurt you, period. He's hurt you. And you're moving on from that, but that doesn't mean that as soon as you say you're sorry, that the feeling goes away. You know what I mean?
Yep, I do
Because
exactly.
it takes time. It takes time to realize, like to realize, especially when you're used to someone hurting your feelings, it takes time to realize that this person isn't trying to be maliciously, like there's no malicious intent towards you.
Build back that trust.
Right, right. You're building back trust. 100%. 100%. And while I do think that it's probably like an awkward time for you, I think it might be an awkward time for them too, because if they truly mean that they didn't mean to make you feel the way you feel, I'm sure that they have some worry about it themselves. You know, because like when I hurt Jimmy's feelings, whether it be intentional or unintentional, I still worry about his feelings, you know?
Yeah, it's on your radar
So,
more now than ever.
right, right. You're picking up on it more. It's like when you buy a car, right? Before you bought that car, you never saw that car on the road. But then as soon as you buy that car, you see that car everywhere, right? It's one of those things.
Polka dots.
So,
Bailey can't decide if he hates me or likes me right now.
I'm gonna get you on that one. Gonna get you on that one. Okay. Marcus, thank you for submitting a follow-up. I love a follow-up. So if you ever hear us talk about your rant and you want to give us more context, or if I notoriously ask 54 more questions and you want to answer those questions, definitely do respond back, submit the rant exactly how you did, whichever way you want to do it. We definitely appreciate it. And Marcus, keep holding on. A relationship is hard, period. No matter who it's with, no matter how long you've been together, no matter who says I'm sorry first, no matter who doesn't say I'm sorry, it's very hard. It's something very difficult to navigate because, like, people themselves have things going on mentally, right? Because,
Right.
like, I don't know what Jimmy's thinking. I can't read his mind. He can't read mine. Doesn't mean that we aren't in tune with each other, but it also means that we're both independent people. So the way I might process something is completely different than what he might process. And I think that, like, the intricacies, Jesus God, the intricacies of human nature are intricate enough without adding in a relationship as another level of whatever that word is. Another level of depth. Jesus. God. So that's my TED Talk for you today, Marcus. Thank you.
I loved it. Yeah, thanks, Marcus. Up next, I have got Chelsea from Springfield, Missouri. I don't know if you ran into Jimmy G or not, but let's see. Hi, Disgruntled.
So that's why I picked this one.
Yeah. Were you in an estate sale this weekend? No. Hi, Disgruntled besties. I need to know if I'm being petty or if this is a real thing. I have a friend who only seems to remember I exist when she needs something. Do you need help moving? Call Chelsea. Need somebody to watch the dog? Call Chelsea. Need someone to listen to a 3-hour rant about your ex? Call Chelsea. But if I text her first to see how she's doing, I might not hear back for 3 days. I started paying attention to it recently, and now I can't unsee it. I've looked through our text messages and realized almost every conversation starts with her needing a favor. At what point do you stop being a good friend and start being a free subscription service? Woo, Chelsea. Woo, Chelsea. Woo. I know why Bailey put this one second. I want him to evilly cackle over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a delicate line to toe. It really is. Because there is being there for someone, and then there's being, oh God, I think I might throw up. Then there's being being held captive by said tow line. And
Yeah.
so that's a delicate balance there. Cause we say all the time, and you hear us, like me and Bailey say that we would do everything and anything for each other. But we also know at the end of the day, as independent people, how to take care of certain things. And so not every single time I need Nico watched do I go out to Bailey, and we have conversations about other things besides that. So I feel like you have to know and feel. I know I can hear Bailey's face right now. And sometimes you might just be like me and you might have on your beer goggles. I don't know what to tell you. So as someone who's been on both sides of that before so many times, I've done that so many times, Chelsea. So many times. All I can say is don't be Jill. Don't be Jill. I think you've already got to the hard part, which was you said it out. I say this every single episode. I feel like you said it out loud, and I think that's your first red flag, as it were.
They're waving here. They're trying to get your attention. They're all over the place. The flags are popping up. You might not have seen them before, but now you're aware of them. They're there, Chelsea. They're there. Cuz that is something I wouldn't wish on anyone, and I'm sorry that you're in that boat, cuz I've been in that boat and it comes without paddles. So, um my advice is to let that go, bro. Let that go, Chelsea. I don't know if that's not therapeutic advice. That's not therapist advice. That is Gillian Johnson advice. Let it go, boo boo. Let it go. Let it go.
I'll jump in on this one now.
Yeah, go ahead. And I'm sure I know Bailey's got some things to say. I know Bailey's got some things to say because Bailey's seen me go through it. He's seen Gigi go through it. So I just want that
Yeah.
to be known.
I think,
Mhm.
and I can only speak for myself, and I can do it really well. I think that there's a difference in being a friend to be a friend and being a friend because of convenience. And so I literally said this during the break. I don't mind helping you. I don't mind helping anyone do anything that they need to do. But the second I feel taken advantage of, I will put a stop to every single thing that I provide for you. Every single thing. That's exactly what I do. That's who I am. I'll put up with it until I don't. And so, Chelsea, it's okay to set a boundary. Like, it's okay to set a boundary. And like, it's necessary as people move in their life, whether that's moving together or moving separate and apart from each other. It's necessary for relationships to evolve. And if a relationship is stuck in a rhythmic cycle of using somebody, it's not okay. It's a toxic friendship at that point because there's nothing reciprocating. There's no reciprocating feelings here. Jill and I will do anything for each other, right? But we also know at the end of the day, we are extremely independent people. If Jill calls me and says, "Hey, I really need you," it's time for me to go, right? And like,
Yeah.
I know that if I call Jill and say, "Hey, I need this and I need it," I know she will drop every single thing and make it happen because it's not the boy who cried wolf. Like, if we haven't crossed that line of our friendship becoming transactional, it's not transactional at all. We're friends because we're friends, we're friends because we listen to each other. We're friends because we do things together. We're friends on that side of things. But when it's only one person trying to make moves for a friendship or, say one person going to the other person every single time, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool because that makes me feel like you just call me when you need something. And so at some point, I'm not going to pick up the phone.
No.
And that's a lesson that you'll learn, that everyone learns in life. And I think that that's why, like, as people age, they naturally become hermits because they stop allowing cycles like that to happen.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And you
They
get
get
more
they get
wise.
exposure to it. Right. They get exposure to it happening. You mature and you get more wise. So, like, the next time a situation like that comes along, you know the outcome and you know what not to do with it. And so, Chelsea, I think that this might be a learning opportunity for you to learn to say no and not jump every time someone says jump.
and see where that goes and see how that goes. I had to say that twice. See how that goes.
And my thing is, like, you will lose a friendship. You will
Mhm.
lose multiple friendships because of it. It will happen, period. It will happen. But you'll also gain. What you gain is better than what you lose, because the ones that you gain aren't going to use you. You know what I mean? And so it's like, if you only have this much room and the person that you're friends with is taking up this much of that room, and then that person's gone, right? So now you have this much room again to fill.
Mhm.
And what are you going to fill it with?
As
You know?
someone who also watched the new Mario 2 movie, Mario Super Brothers movie this weekend, it's like defeating the boss at the end of the dang level, and you get to level up to new and better things. That's how that's
Yeah.
worked. And every experience, Chelsea, if I give you nothing else, is that what Bailey said is absolutely true. When I put the past and the bad ones behind me, it allowed me to develop even better friendships, even better. All you do is you level up.
Yeah.
You level up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And with that, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
This ad space is currently open. Your product could be pitched here by two emotionally stable podcast hosts who definitely aren't yelling into the void. Just saying.
Even though
I don't trust
technically,
anybody with two first names.
correct, as you shouldn't. I've learned that the hard way.
Period. Period. Okay. What we got? Okay. We're back. I have Ashley from North Carolina, and I have something in my eye, and it's driving me freaking nuts, guys. So if you see me like scratching my eye, that's freaking why. And it's watering.
Oh, that's even worse.
Okay. And now it's gonna be freaking red. Okay. Ashley, North Carolina says, hey Bailey and Jill, can we talk about how every hobby apparently has to make money now? I started baking because it helped me relax. And within 2 weeks, people started asking me if I have an Etsy shop. Then someone told me that I should start selling cakes on weekends. Then someone suggested I start making TikToks. Why can't I just bake a loaf of sourdough bread and move on with my life? Not everything has to become a brand. Not everything has to become content. Sometimes I just want to enjoy something without turning it into a second job. Am I alone in this, or is anybody else exhausted by the measure to monetize every ounce of joy?
Mm. This is a good one.
Ashley, I feel your pain. And actually, I'll go ahead and address that. So, the reason Jill and I started this podcast was because obviously when we wanted to spend an hour together, and we wanted to show that it's okay to be irritated. It's okay to be annoyed. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to have all of those feelings. And no matter where you are in life, there's something that irritates you. Period. There's nobody on this earth that has no irritations. No one. No one.
Hmm.
And so that's why we started this podcast, right? So a month or two ago, uh, we, and I say we because it was a collective team experience. It was not just Jill and I, it was you, the listeners, um, got us to the opportunity to become monetized. And it was a great experience. It was a great accomplishment. It felt really, really good. It felt really validating. Um, but it ultimately changed how I viewed it. It changed how I viewed the podcast. I started viewing it as how do I make more money? How do I get more people to listen? How do I get more weekly streams? That's what it became. And that's not what I wanted. And so I turned it off. Jill and I, we decided that we were going to turn it off because it was not providing what we wanted it to provide, if that makes any type of sense. So we did, and that's okay. And that's part of growing and being an adult and being really in tune and in touch with how you feel and what you want. Because when I started realizing that I was checking downloads every 15 minutes, got a problem. Got a big problem. And so we stopped. And so I say that to say, no, not everything has to make money. Is it a bonus? Yes. Yes. Is it nice? Abso-freaking-lutely. Does it make a life a little easier? Yeah, it does. But, and I don't know if this is just like me being selfish or if this is just, I don't know what this is. But I wanted my passion back for it. It turned it into a job.
Mhm.
And that's what I didn't want. I don't want Disgruntled Network to become another job. I don't want Disgruntled to become another job. I want, and I'm not saying this because I don't feel passionately about the podcast, like obviously I do. But I want it to happen when it's supposed to happen. And when it gets to that point, it'll be inevitable. And we will cross that bridge when we get to it. And I think that it's going to take a lot of self-work and dedication to be like, you know what? I'm more than a number. I'm more than the amount of streams. I'm more than the money that's coming into an account. Like, I'm more than that. And if I'm happy sitting here jaw jacking with Jill for an hour every single day and not making a damn dime, that's what's going to happen. So that's just my viewpoint on it. But yes, it does feel like everybody is the push to monetize life is overwhelming at the moment. And it takes out the joy of things. So, Ashley, as long as you're happy making bread just for you or making bread for your whole family, making bread to share with people, whatever that is, you should absolutely do it. And if people are saying you need to do, like, you need to monetize, you should make social media and all those things, while it may be coming from a good place, not everybody has your best interest at heart. So you have to be really in touch with yourself to know what your best interest is, you know? But that's just me. Jill, anything?
Oh,
Did I miss anything?
yeah, I got one little thing to add, and it's not a big detail, but and I can't even um how do I put this? I don't even have all of the authority to say what I'm about to say, and I'll explain why I don't have said authority to say what I'm going to say. But you know, when you are creating content and you are monetizing, I don't, all you see is the videos. You see the content. You see the content. You don't see the hours and hours that those people spend editing and
Yeah.
putting together that content. And every minute that you
Yeah.
do that, you're not doing what your hobby was. You're not making the sourdough. Like it's been you
Yeah.
become you have to spend hours thinking about what to do and how to do it and where to post it. And that why I'm saying I don't have the authority to say that is because Bailey is our producer. Okay. Bailey is the one that spends the hours editing and posting and social media managing Disgruntled Network. And I want to make that loud and clear. So I don't have the authority to say, but because I know firsthand how much dedication Bailey has, and I have to give him all of the credit and all of the wonderful praise for the wonderful human being that he is, that he does that so selflessly for our company. And so I just want y'all to know.
Aw, thank you, Jill.
that they're it doesn't just magically become content online for people to you have to put in the dang work.
God, I wish it did.
And so I think as long as you are happy spending your time making your sourdough, you make your sourdough. And if you ever want to, don't let the content overthrow, because people don't post the hours and hours that they spend putting that together. I just want you to know that. So it just becomes you have to know what you want your sacrifices to be. Do you want to sacrifice the time that you had laid out to make sourdough, to film, edit, produce, and post said stuff to monetize? Is that you have to level that
Well,
out?
and like not even like adding in the amount of like hours and time that you're having to work. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have a work life, you have a family life, you may have kids, you may have a spouse that's really needy. Like, you know, it's there's with everything there's an opportunity cost, right?
Yep.
A debit will always equal a credit. They are always balanced, right? And so and we hit on this last week, for me to sit in here and record for an hour, I'm taking away from an hour of sitting in there watching TV with my dogs and my husband.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Jill. And so there's trade-offs. There's trade-offs that you make, and you have to decide if that trade-off is worth it. One, I think it is because it's something that I enjoy and it's something that I thoroughly have a passion in. Um, so you just have to decide
Mm-hmm.
for yourself. And like Ashley, if that means that that's not the road you want to go down, kudos to you. Kudos to you.
Yeah.
And stick with it. And then if later down the road you decide, well, maybe I should give it a shot,
Yeah.
do it. Do it on your own time. Do it
Mm-hmm.
on your own time. Don't do it because someone says you should.
Do it because you want to. And
Yeah.
my last little, I'm gonna say one last thing, and I'm gonna let this go. Is Ashley, make sure that you got thick skin. Okay, because it's not for the weak. Even if you make
Yeah.
something as simple as sourdough bread, people online are gonna have something to say about it. So you gotta prepare yourself. Not everyone is as thick skinned as me and Bailey. We let that roll off, and not everyone has that type of personality and self confidence about themselves to let that happen. So just take that into a little bit of peace of mind that even though you're just posting bread videos, trust me, I've unfortunately read some of the comments on TikTok videos. People will still have something to say about it. So just keep
You know what's worse?
what?
You know what's worse?
Huh.
Facebook.
Oh, 100%, as we have talked about before. Oh God, I told you I didn't want to spend long there. I just wanted to say that we'll let it.
Karen and Steve,
hmm hmm
you're still on my list.
Yeah. So just be aware, Ashley. But thank you so much for being vulnerable and writing that in today, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Jill, wrap us up.
Okay. I have got to Barbara, and that's how I'm going to say her name.
Barbara!
Yeah, from ironically enough, Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Chattanooga.
Here we go. I have Barbara's got a traffic complaint. But technically it happens before I actually get into traffic. Why does everyone lose their mind in a grocery store parking lot? People drive down the middle of the
True.
lane. They stop without warning. They put on that blinker and wait 10 minutes for that damn parking spot that felt 3 feet closer to the damn entrance. And I want you to know, Barbara, I am adding some dams in there. Barbara didn't say the dams, but I think it needed to be damned. Then the second they get out of the car, they walk directly down the middle of the road like they're invincible. And don't even get me started on the carts. There can be a return cart part thing that you can return your carts in every 6 feet. And now someone still ends up rolling a cart magically across the parking lot like it's trying to escape captivity. I've driven in Atlanta, I've driven in Nashville, and neither of them stress me out as much as a Walmart parking lot on a Saturday afternoon. Is there something in the air out there, or do parking lots just bring out the worst in humanity? And Barbara from Chattanooga, Tennessee, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Yes. Yes. Fully. And, like, my thing is the people that, like, cut straight through a parking lot.
Mm-hmm. Or the ones who will put, and I think I know where she was going with this, the ones that will put a buggy, and I think that's real Southern of you
Oh,
to go
that's
right
real
there.
Southern.
Yeah.
Ooh,
They will put the
a
cart.
buggy.
They will put the cart right next to the parking space that has the cart return in it. So they
Uh-huh.
will take up a whole parking spot for someone else to park in with an empty cart that they didn't want to walk one more space over and put the cart where it's supposed to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and, like, there's been studies done. There has literally been so many studies done about people and how they actively choose not to put the cart back.
Yeah.
And that's such an active decision. It's such an active decision. And it's something like I always put my cart back. That's just who I am as a
Right.
person because I worked at a grocery store back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
right? I worked in the grocery store. Was I in the cash office? Yes. But that meant that I had to be a cashier when it needed to happen. I needed to be a sacker. I needed to take groceries out to cars when it needed to happen. That's what I did what needed to work, what needed to happen to make it function, right? And so I've been that person trying to wrangle carts at 3 p.m. on a Saturday
Yep.
in June.
Mm-hmm. Or in the middle of the
And so, like,
pouring
I
rain.
know.
Yeah.
Right, right. Snow, sleet, ice, like, whatever it was, like, and it's just it's something so minute. Like, it's just you walking maybe 6 feet, maybe longer. I mean, it could be longer, whatever, um, to be decent. Like, it's decency. It's not it's not like it's asking a lot of us as a human nature or whatever. Uh, it's not asking a lot of us. So, I don't understand people who don't put their carts back.
Mm-mm. Or the, you know, and I say this from the bottom of my heart. Nobody irritates me more than a Liam in a parking lot. And let me preference this by saying yes. Um, little old Lily is one of those people who
Lily?
will go in the middle of the lane, and he gonna wait for them to pull out. He gonna wait. He's done circled the parking lot 5 times, waiting for that beautiful spot to just magically appear. And I just want to a shout out and say I am so sorry to all those people. I'm so very sorry because I've witnessed it firsthand, and don't think that in those cars there's not a woman yelling at that man to just walk. Because there is. I've firsthand been one of those women. And I love parking at the back. People, it's easier to get out. It's less stress free. It's a circus back there. You just park where you want and you get in and you get out. These people fighting to be at the front is just wild to me. Wild.
I like a parking spot that I can pull forward in.
Oh, a pull forward is always at the top priority.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will always go for a pull forward parking spot before I'll go for, like, one up front or anything like that because I don't wanna have to back out.
I love an end spot, like in between a median. No, well, I just love an an end spot. I'm a
Like
sucker.
a curb
Curb. Thank you
or
so
something.
much
Yeah,
for the English language.
you're welcome.
Yes. I love a spot next to a curb. If I have an opportunity to just whip my door out as wide as I want to and just make sure no one's going to park, I think it's the trauma. I think it's the trauma of the amount of times I've parked at a Walmart and somebody next to me pulled up and left me this much space to open my door.
Yeah.
That's my trauma right there.
Well, and, like, I'll give you a quick little funny story about grocery stores and shopping and all those kinds of things. When I come back from the grocery store and I have a lot of groceries in my trunk, I always back in. I back my car into the carport, the garage, whatever.
Mhm.
I back it in, right? Because it's then about convenience of I have to go this far with these groceries. I would rather just take the time it's going to take to back in and get a little bit closer where it's more of a straight shot, out, in, than to have to go out, around, grab it, go back around and in, right? And that's just how my brain works, okay? Um Jimmy's brain doesn't work like that sometimes.
Mm-mm.
And I have decided that it is no longer worth me dying on that hill. And that he can do whatever he wants. So, uh, if he does, cool. If he doesn't, cool. In the first parts of our relationship, I was prepared to die on that hill. And so, um, it led to some really stupid arguments. And like, what was the point? But that's just who I am. So that's me. I will wrap up for us this
Yeah.
week because you did last week.
Go for it, Bailey.
So, first want to say thank you. Thank you to Barbara, Ashley, Chelsea, and Marcus once again for writing in this week and being our disgruntled spotlights this week. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Also want to encourage everybody to follow us on all social media at disgruntled.pod. And if we're not there, it's at disgruntled.podcast. So one way or another, you can find us. And if you can't, you can go to the link tree that's right here, right now, because I just did that.
Yeah, you did.
Go there. It's also in the show notes. Go there, click it. It takes you to the website. You go to the website. There will have all of the links where you can find anything from us. So it'll have a place to complain. It'll have our website, all of our social media, where you can listen to the podcast, all of those things. So go there. That's our Bible. That's our voice of truth. So do that. Also within that link tree is our website, www.disgruntlednetwork.org. You can go there. You can see everything that we have going on. It is always a work in progress, obviously. I plan on developing a little bit more, and I'll talk to Jill about that later. But go there. There's multiple places you can click to complain. That's just how that goes. Also within our link tree, you can go to www.disgruntled.shop. That right there is our merch shop. And you can find all of the cool merch that we have, including like our flying donkey t-shirts and our car magnets that tell people who have road rage to call us. So we have those. We think everything is reasonable. If not, complain about it. We might do something about it. You never know. And I might use it for content. So that's how that goes. Speaking of the phone number, you can call us at 479-222-1251. We will feature you on the podcast. I need to do that. Sorry. Oh, sorry about that. But call us there. We can use it. And it's just another way for you to complain. We will see you next week. I'm sure we'll have more to be irritated about and to gab about for an hour and 21 minutes. Oh, oh God. All right. Thank you for listening, Jill. Thank you. I love you
Love
big,
you
and you
too.
know that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you next week.
See ya.
This has been a Disgruntled Network multimedia production.
Created by people with a lot of opinions and just enough time to share them.
Executive produced by Gillian Johnson and Bailey Bolin.
If you liked what you heard, don't forget to scream into the void or, leave us a review.